1 hour 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Bernard Kiprotich was through in second place, only 16 seconds behind the leader. Third and fourth place were taken by Tanzanian runners Charles Okari and Dickson Marwa. The Moshi crowd celebrated as the great Tanzanian runner Sarah Ramadan won the women's half marathon in a time of 1 hour, 13 minutes and 39 seconds, 40 seconds short of the record. Second place in a time of 1 hour, 14 minutes and 38 seconds was Vikoti Chepkemoi of Kenya. Back with the full marathon race, and the front runners were winding their way through the town of Moshi. Robert Kiprotich of Kenya made an early break, hoping to shake off the rest of the pack. But by the time they reached the Clouds FM International School of Moshi water table around the 26-kilometer mark, Kipkemoi Kipsang, also of Kenya, edged forward and then very quickly opened up a 50-meter lead. His lead was very short-lived, and Abraham Kip Kosgei and a few other runners were not letting him get away. As they headed into the foothills of Kilimanjaro, Kipkemoi Kipsang once again stretched his legs and took the lead. He is a powerful runner and opened up a bigger gap this time. But Kenyan Julius Kilimo was keeping him in sight, knowing that the CFAO Motors turnaround point just up ahead would mean a totally different game, as the runners would gallop down the hill for the last 10 kilometers of the race. The small bunch in the leading ladies made their way through the town of Moshi and past the early morning spectators. Kenyan runners Edna Joseph and Frida too were looking strong and surged forward at the 20-kilometer mark. The rest of the pack were running hard to stay close to them. Meanwhile, leading man Kipkemoi Kipsang was doing everything he could to extend his lead. But Julius Kilimo was closing the gap as they flew down the hill with 8 kilometers to go. Third place runner Dominic Kangor was still in the running and just off the pace at 30 seconds behind. Edna Joseph prepared her assault on the next 8 kilometers, a tough climb around 400 meters in altitude with Kilimanjaro's towering presence up ahead. At this stage, the climb was taking its toll on Frida too, and Eunice Muchiri shifted up a gear and settled into second place. Back with the men's leaders, and at the TPC Sugar 38-kilometer mark, Kenyan Kipkemoi Kipsang still had Julius Kilimo only a few seconds behind him. He knew it was time to make a last move. He edged forward and opened up the gap and gave it everything he had for the last 3 kilometers to the finish. Close to the stadium now, Kipkemoi Kipsang had a comfortable lead, and with the crowds drawing him in, he finished in a fantastic time of 2 hours 14 minutes 58 seconds. Julius Kilimo came in nearly a minute behind on 2 hours 15 minutes 45 seconds. Third place Kenyan runner Dominic Kangor finished in 2:16:27. Back with the ladies, Edna Joseph opened her lead at the Simba Cement water table and with 6 kilometers to go was 2 minutes ahead of Eunice Muchiri in second place. Edna Joseph had one last look back to make sure there were no surprises. She came flying into the stadium and finished in a fantastic time of 2 hours 39 minutes and 6 seconds. Eunice Muchiri finished 2 minutes later in a great time of 2:41.02. As the competitors made their way across the finish line, the runners were enjoying the breathtaking scenery.
10 to go! 10!
Paul and Catherine are running the marathon in support of Molly's network.
Molly's Network is delighted to be involved with the Kilimanjaro Marathon. This project is in a school. There's 470 children in this school, but crammed into 5 classrooms.
The rural areas in Tanzania are in desperate need of education and support. Molly's Network also educates school children and their families on sustainability and creates food viability all year round.
Running the full marathon is a massive personal challenge. Uphill, at altitude, in the heat is so much more worthwhile if we're actually raising funds to help others. It's a great, great motivator.
The children of Moshi were giving moral support to the competitors as they made their way to the finish.
These are the heroes. They're on. Yeah, it's been a killer. What a great run. Fantastic.
Martin Parnell has set a world record for running 250 marathons in 1 year. This is his 279th.
Wonderful course. The people are fabulous. The little kids have been running with us and chatting with them, so this has been terrific. Really, really good. Great to be here.
The Minister of Sports and Culture is thrilled with the contribution the Kili Marathon has made to Tanzanian athletics.
I would love to have as many of our youth engaged in these sports. The experience was awesome. I just said, this is awesome. This is just out of this world, at least for us in Tanzania.
The Kilimanjaro Marathon connects runners of all strengths, draws together the surrounding communities, and leaves a glowing memory for those that took on the challenge.
I think it's a great event, and it's great to see Tanzanians up there really competing. And certainly we're going to be back for number 12, and it's going to get better. And as we always say, it's going to go to greater heights.
This program was brought to you by the proud sponsors of the Kilimanjaro Premium Lager Marathon.